Good afternoon, here we are on part 23 of my Around the Kent Coast Cycling Challenge. Today we're heading towards Margate. You may just see that right, you see the tower blocks of Margate. We've just left Reculver, where we left last week. You may just see the towers right over there. I thought I'd start the episode by having a little paddle in the sea. As you can see, I'm trying my best not to stay a bit dry, but I'm actually getting quite soaked on the bottom half of my clothing. But there you go, we shall dry off as we cycle around. Right, let's head on towards Margate. So we've just left Reculver Towers, which is just behind me. You may just see the two towers right in the distance. We did speak about it quite extensively last week, but interesting fact based on the towers and along this coastline was that Squadron 617 during World War II actually used this area to practice the bombing raids they later done on the dams in Germany. Now the bombs they dropped were actually known as the bouncing bombs. Now they did make quite a few films about them. One quite a famous film is the Dambusters, as I'm going to show you a clip now.
The seat if I get hit. Steady. 240. Steady. Hold it, steady. 235. Hold it. 240. Hold it. 235. That's fine. 235. Long gun.
Now the reason they actually practiced along here was the towers in Germany are actually very similar to the ones on Reculver Towers, so the bombing raids would be very similar when they actually finish off the dams in Germany. And it was quite interesting because pilot officer Bill Otley actually died during the raids, and he was actually born in Herne Bay, which we passed through last week. So that's another kind of interesting fact about the area and related to the Second World War. So yes, let's carry on towards Margate. So something I did mention last week was the sea forts, which are right out to sea, right over my left shoulder. I can only just see them, so I'm sure you may be struggling to see them right in the distance. But I thought this week is a good opportunity to go and have a closer look.
Red Sands Fort is one of several forts erected in the sea in 1943 to protect London against the enemy in World War II. Up to 250 men would have been stationed in these towers, which included 4 anti-aircraft gun towers, which would have tried to shoot down any enemy aircraft that entered into its airspace. Conditions for the men were poor. They were supposed to stay on the forts for 6 weeks at a time, but bad weather often meant that they couldn't get off for the leave they well deserved. The Ministry of Defence abandoned the forts in 1956 when they were no longer needed. There is talk about restoring the forts and possibly making them into a tourist attraction or even a hotel, but only time will tell what the planners have in mind.
So I found quite a nice little spot here to take a bit of a break in today's journey. It's quite a nice promenade as we go to Westgate-On-Sea. Out to sea, this is actually called Grisham Bay. It's quite a good kind of area for rock pooling when the tide goes out, maybe. See all the kind of rocks and pools that could develop as the tide goes out, and you'll see the seabed. Very interesting. One thing I have noticed here, which is quite prominent, is these white cliffs. Now, Kent and Sussex is very well known for its white cliffs. You've got the White Cliffs of Dover and the Seven Sisters as you go around to Sussex. It's quite interesting, actually. This is the first chalk cliffs we've actually seen on this journey. But anyway, Westgate-On-Sea is just round the corner, and that's where we're heading now. Let's get going. So it does prove to be quite a distance, this path along the kind of small chalk cliffs going on towards Westgate-On-Sea. You will see Westgate-On-Sea just off to the distance here. I have found a kind of nice little ramp here, which was probably once used to launch many boats. Small beach area. As the tide slowly goes out, you'll see the a few seagulls perched and a few rock pools, which could be interesting to explore. So in the kind of cliff face here, you have actually got a few kind of brick structures here. It's quite interesting. I found this kind of stairway as we go up. It'd be quite good to explore. I might just go up to see what's at the top. Hopefully you'll join me just to find out. I hope it doesn't go into any kind of secret faults. But as I go up, as the camera changes light, you may just be able to see me. It's quite interesting this as I go up. So this is the end of part 23. As you can see behind me, the path has ended. So next week we'll be heading on top of the cliffs as we go through Westgate-On-Sea and head towards Margate. Hopefully you'll join me then. Now that'd be a great episode. See you next week. So I'm just heading back to Reculver where I parked today. So it's been quite a long cycle today. But I just want to show you something before I go today. It's the sunset clip of Reculver Church, which is very nice.